Hello, good morning children. This is Venu, MSc B.Ed from Modern School. Now I am going to explain about physical sciences, a topic about heat. Let us start. Do you know what about heat? Have you ever touched the ice cubes? Yes, ice cubes are very cold to touch. Have you ever touched the hot water? Yes, hot water is a little bit hot to touch. That means the sense of coldness or the sense of hotness we usually call heat. But anyhow, physically we can say that heat is a form of energy. Heat is a form of energy. It transmits from a body at high temperature to a body at low temperature. That means heat is a form of energy. This energy always transmits from body at hot to body at cold. That means always heat energy transmits from hot body to cold body. Let us see a small experiment whether heat energy transmits from hot body to cold body. Let us come to see the small experiment whether heat energy transmits from hot body to cold body. Let us see. Here you can see ice cubes. So you can watch the temperature of ice cubes. It is 0 degrees temperature. So ice cubes at 0 degree temperature, very low temperature. Here you can see hot water. The temperature of hot water, what we have taken here is approximately 45 degrees centigrade. Now I am going to transmit this cold water to a beaker and hot water to the same beaker. Here this beaker contains cold water, ice cubes. This beaker contains hot water. Now here I just mixed these two beakers of ice cubes and hot water into the another beaker, third beaker. Now we can see the temperature of third beaker. It gradually increases from 0 degree centigrade to 0 degree centigrade to 35 degrees centigrade. Here both these two beakers of water, hot body loses its temperature, cold body gains the temperature and gets one constant temperature 35 degrees centigrade. Means this temperature is known as equilibrium temperature. Equilibrium temperature means the temperature of two or more bodies in intermixing together, then they maintains a constant temperature, is said to be called equilibrium temperature. The amount of heat energy or quantity of heat energy can be measured in CGS units, calories, and SI units, joule. The relation between CGS units and SI units is 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joule. 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joule. Here, how can we calculate the amount of heat we used? For that, a small formula is there. Quantity of heat energy can be represented with the letter Q. Q is directly proportional to mass of a body. Mass in the sense what we have taken an object, the mass of that object, quantity of that object, and the amount of heat is directly proportional to difference in temperature. So difference in temperature can be expressed T2 minus T1, where T2 is high temperature, that means body at high temperature, T1 low temperature means body at less temperature, and the difference of these two temperatures is transmission of or difference of heat energy, that can be represented as delta T. So Q is proportional to m delta T we can get from 1 and 2 equations. From this we can get a small equation called Q is equal to m S delta T, where S is constant. This is different for different substances called specific heat. So what is specific heat? What is temperature? Let us see what is temperature and what is specific heat. Degree of hotness or degree of coldness of a body is called temperature. That means whenever we visit a doctor while suffering from fever or some other, doctor tested us with a small temperature, clinical thermometer. So to test our temperature, doctor use clinical thermometer. So the clinical thermometer shows about our body temperature. Usually our body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade, constant temperature. If it rises a little, then doctor concludes that he is suffering from fever. Like that, so it is measured in the form of degree of hotness or degree of coldness of a body. So how do we measure? Are there any scales to this? To measure the length, we have a meter scale or tape or something like that. Do we have any scales to measure the temperature? Yes, there are so many scales. Among them, 5 scales usually worldwide we are using to measure the temperature. Among them, only 2 scales we are mostly using according to CGS and MKS system. In CGS system, centigrade scale is using. Here in this we can measure in degree centigrades. In SI system we are using Kelvin scale. In this we measure temperature in kelvins. Here the relation between degree centigrade to Kelvin is C by 100 is equal to K minus 273 by 100 is equal to constant. By using this constant, we can change degree centigrades into Kelvin scale. So we can write this one as C is equal to K minus 273. So with the help of this small constant, we can change the temperature from centigrade scale to Kelvin scale. Right. Let us come to the specific heat. What is specific heat? This specific heat is constant for different substances. It depends upon nature of the substance, internal energy of the substance, so which is different to different substances. Specific heat, the amount of heat energy required to rise 1 degree temperature of unit mass of a substance. That means the amount of heat energy required to rise 1 degree temperature of unit mass of a substance is called specific heat. Let us discuss about a small household appliances. Now what do we use for cooking? Yes, you are right. We usually use copper bottomed substances for cooking. Why do we use copper bottomed substances? Why not we use any other iron or some other? Okay. Let us discuss about it. Copper specific heat is very less. So a substance which has less specific heat, which absorb heat energy fastly and supplies that heat energy to the food substance which we have taken in this container to cook faster. That's why we use copper bottomed substances. Next, why do we not use some other substances? they take heat energy usually such a long time to cook the food. That's why we usually use either copper or aluminum items to cook the food. So it depends on specific heat of a substance.